Hey everyone, this is Xed and welcome to my 42nd video already on my weekly finds. So it's almost a week, full year around. So, first item for today is something from my collection. This is the Resistance 3 press kit. I already had part 1 and part 2. If you want to see them, be sure to check out my press kit videos. But this is the kit for part 3. I like it less than the press kits for Resistance 1 and Resistance 2. One is a big tin with a lot of army supplies. The kit for part 2 I can't think of at the moment what it is. And this is the kit for 3, and it comes with a huge skull, a Chimera skull. This is actually just a hollow cast plastic. The quality is not so good, has a lot of loose ends, etc. But yeah, it looks nice, but I have no room to display it, so it's just going to end up in a box. Then a chain with two teeth. I think these are Chimera teeth. Let's see if I can get a focus on that. Come on, camera. No, it won't focus because of the red t-shirt in the back. That's a Chimera Face Skull t-shirt. Then there's a bunch of toy soldiers, and these are actually models of the game characters. Now it does focus. See, this is a Chimera, and they look really cool. Nice detail on them. And the last thing, the press information itself, as it says on the bottom right, press kit. When you open it up, there's two discs. Art disc and the game disc. So that's the Resistance 3 press kit. Then another press kit that came in this week, but this is another spare. This is the 24 press kit. The front of the box is a bit battered. As you can see over here, it's been pushed in by previous owner. This is a real cool little kit. The game is nothing special, at least I'm not a 24 fan, never watched the series, so the game does nothing for me, but the kit is really nice. It looks to be a cigar box from Cuba, as you can see over here. And when you open it up, there's a Jack of Hearts card with a lip, and it shows a hidden content, so to say. First, this is a printed out email, classified. Then a promo disc for the game. This is, as I said, I'm not a fan of the series, so the names don't ring a bell for me. It's a letter to Jane, whoever Jane may be. This is, type this number sequence into your cell phone, hidden meaning, blah blah blah. Oh, you should type that and then you get a text. But I guess that depends on your T9 settings. So next is blueprint of some building with the edges scarred off. This is a poster of Jack Bauer, the main protagonist from 24. That much I do know. Some pictures. This is Jack Bauer again. Another Jack Bauer. This is a metro ticket. Maybe has some special meaning as well. No clue. A card from Peter Madsen. Probably that's the bad guy. And two more pictures, and I think that's his daughter. So when we really get to the last item, this is a shooting range disc. All shots are in the middle. Oh, one up there. So that was the 24 press kit. As I said, it's a really cool little kit because it comes with a lot of special extras. This one will be for sale or for trade, so if you're interested, feel free to give me a message. Then another item that came in today, and I've showed you this one a couple of times before. This is Rob the robot for the NES. The thing is, this set came like this. So, you can't see that, let's split it up a bit. So it came with a complete inbox Gyromite. Gyromite is one of the two games that you can play with Rob, the other one is Stack Up, and for Stack Up the big box version is the only one I'm still looking for in my whole coda. The thing is, with this Gyromite, it's in okay condition. Hang tab is still on, and you know I like that. The thing is, when we open it, it shows whole coda. That means that this Gyromite was probably bought with the Rob, and the Rob was also a whole coda. As I talked to you before, those whole code games can be really hard to find, and knowing that this is probably a whole coated ROP that got its box destroyed, thrown away, that just hurts. It's too bad. Could have been a really nice box for my collection. So this ROP is complete for the rest. Comes with 2 of the spinners, one here and one in the back. It comes with the spinner on the side and the part where you put your controller so Rob can press the buttons. Yeah, this is one of the most iconic items for the NES, and if you're a collector, you definitely need one of these in your collection. Next up, another iconic NES game, and that is Mega Man 6. This is the only Mega Man game that didn't get released in Europe, so this is an NTSC only game. The condition is quite good, and it's I'm not sure if it's an upgrade for me. I already have this, but it's gonna end up in my store. I'm not sure if it's a good Mega Man game, because I'm not a big fan of the later Mega Man games. I'm more a Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2 kind of guy. But yeah, it's a Mega Man, so everyone needs to have that in his collection, in my opinion. So next up are a couple of items that are for my own collection. 3 items actually. The first one is Ball Game & Watch, and this is the re-release. I got this in a trade, wasn't too expensive, so that's why I picked it up. It's a re-release that you could get from Club Nintendo. I normally don't collect re-released games and stuff like that, but yeah, it was cheap and it's a Game & Watch in great condition, so why not. Then Midnight Run for the PlayStation 1. I had it in my stock for a while, thought I had it, but then I found out I didn't have it, so it's ending up in my collection from my stock. And then something I picked up at a friend, Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man and Venom. Quite hard to find Super Nintendo game in decent condition, and it's one of those superhero games by LGN, so I bet it's bad, but it is hard to find and quite pricey. So then a bunch of stuff for my store. Let's see if you can see that. Castlevania: The New Generation for the Sega Mega Drive. It actually only says Castlevania, but it is Castlevania: The New Generation. Then this is Golden Axe 2, Pokemon Silver, Super R-Type for the Super Nintendo. Then a couple of NES cartridges, Ghosts and Goblins, Shadow Warriors, DuckTales 2 and Kirby's Adventure. PlayStation 1, Metal Gear Special Missions, Metal Gear Normal 1, Final Fantasy 7 and 8. 2 complete NES games, DuckTales and Street Gangs. And the last one for today, 12 PS1 games. The special thing about this is it's one of those big box versions by either Midas or Phoenix, and these can be hard to track down. When I opened it, I found out the game is still sealed, so this one is going to end up in my collection. I'm going to sell the non-sealed version. As you can see over here, this is actually a Phoenix one. Not easy to find, but not really sought after. So this is only for the hardcore collectors of PlayStation stuff like me. Yeah, it's 12 shitty games, sports games, driving games, etc. So that was it for today. So these are the last bits and pieces of this week before the retro convention on Sunday, where I'll be attending. I have about 10 tables of games, and I will be selling there and hopefully buying or trading as well. So this I got in from the UK. This is from a fellow collector, and this was all I bought this and this from him, and the things I'm going to show you now were freebies. This is Tomb Raider Trilogy limited edition demo. I've never heard of this before. As you can see there, it's the only demo which has all 3 or something, it says on the back. Then a really cool poster on PS1 releases. Definitely gonna hang that up somewhere. Let's see if I can show you, or if it's too big. There we go. Look, has some really cool games on it. Top there, Mr. Driller, Crash Team Racing, VIP Ribbon. So this is a poster which has some obscure games on it. Team Buddies, VIP Ribbon. Those are not games you see quite often. Actually, both of those are quite rare. Then a Radical Games Psychnosis version 2 demo. Didn't have this either. I'm not a big demo collector, but this is something I didn't have. Then Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver sealed platinum version. I actually didn't know this game had a platinum release, because on the mainland Europe we don't have this in platinum. This is only platinum in the UK. But the things I paid him for are Twisted Metal World Tour and Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Amin or Amn. Really cool PC game. Didn't have this. I do have part 1, but now I have the Baldur's Gate set. So then some stuff for the NES. This is what's called 92, the 4th Wave 4-in-1. What's so special about this one is the bottom right game. Let's see if we can get a focus on that. No, we can't. It's Rekka. And Rekka is a shoot 'em up that was only released in Japan. So this is one of the few ways you can play this Japan-only game on your European or American NES. Then Mario 92 Super Mario Family. This is the only way to play the original Mario 2, so the Japanese version, the one that got removed for Europe and America, that we got the Doki Doki Panic clone for. This is another one of those pirate cartridges, really rare, this one. Then an NES set with a pack-in Super Mario Bros. 2, so this one is supposed to be inside. And last, Nintendo 64 complete in box. I didn't have this version, so that's why I picked it up. So the next part of the video will be the stuff I picked up at the convention, so hopefully some cool stuff. So it's Sunday now. Today was the Bonami Retro Convention in Apeldoorn. Was a big success, was really fun, sold a lot of stuff. Tried not to buy as much stuff because I buy too much in my opinion. But yeah, it's a retro convention, so you're prone to find some really awesome stuff. First thing I bought, even before I was actually in, this is a really big Metal Gear Solid 4 poster. This is only like a fifth, and this is already the size of 2 normal printing papers. So this is huge. I'm gonna end with a blast, so beware. I've bought something that will make me, honestly, I think I can say, the only collector in the world who has something. So I hope you're excited now. Then, first, the Metal Gear Solid Special Missions box set. This is a box set for the PlayStation 1, and this is a variant. I've showed you before. Let me see if I can find it in my collection real quick. Over here, this is the one you see regularly. The games behind each other, but as you can see there, these are the games next to each other. So that's a nice variant for my collection. Then CDI. You know what games are good for the CDI? None. You know what games are valuable for the CDI? Zelda. So Zelda's Adventure, Zelda Linked, and Zelda Wand of Gamelon, and this is Link Faces of Evil. Complete set, and I'm gonna sell these as a set. Some PlayStation 1 games, Crypt Killer, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, another PlayStation 1 game, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Codex Edition, complete in the box. Already have this sealed, but I don't have an opened copy, so now I can play it. Then let's see what we have. The Crow, quite uncommon, or even pretty rare, PlayStation 1 game. R-Type 3 and Super New 8-in-1. So this is a multi-cartridge for the NES. You don't see those often. Super NES, of course. This is a Final Fantasy X2 pre-order bonus pack. So this is a steel case. This is Lightning or Sister, don't know the name. And this is what you got if you pre-ordered the game. I didn't pre-order the game, but I do have the bonus pack now. Then one PlayStation 1 game for my own collection, Jinx. I haven't heard of this, but this looks a bit like a platformer that didn't really succeed. Then some Game Boy games. first up, Gradius Advance. Tales of Fantasia. This is one of the Tales games, really cool RPGs. Next up is Pokemon Red, absolute mint condition. This was my original Pokemon. I think this is at least in the top 5 of games where I spent the most hours. Such an amazing game. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, really cool game. Pokemon TCG, the only Pokemon on the Game Boy Color that I was missing. And last, definitely the #1 Game Boy game for me, or at least from today, Kirby's Dream Land 2. Getting this complete is really hard. This is a popular, rare game, and yeah, Kirby's Dream Land 1 was definitely my #1, not because that was Mega Man 2, but definitely my #2 Game Boy game. I loved the part 1. I've actually played it so much that I can play it from start to finish in 15 minutes with all extras. So then the last box of stuff that I bought today. First up, some Angry Birds toys that I bought for my girlfriend. Then Silent Hill collection. Really rare PS2 game, only released in Europe, has Silent Hill 2, 3 and 4, and it's rumored to only have 5,000 copies. I'm not sure about that, but that's the word. Shaman King, really hard to find PS2 game, and this is actually the Dutch version. Normally you see German versions, and this is a non-German, so I'm happy with that. Super Star Wars for the SNES completes my set. Now I have all 3 Super Star Wars games. Really nice condition as well. This is the Okami Guide. Definitely a great game, one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. Really good Zelda-esque game. Definitely good for my collection. This is the last item. And I packed it in 2 bags to make sure there wasn't gonna happen anything with it during the ride home. I'm just gonna leave you at that and ponder a bit and make you wonder what game it is. What thing would I want most? There's 2 items I would want most in my collection. If you watch my videos a lot, maybe you can guess. So, off comes bag 1, and then that's bag 2. So, let's reveal it, shall we? Oh, it's upside down. It's the big box stack up for the NES. As you know, I'm an NES collector. That's where I originally started. And a couple months back at my convention, I bought a Gyromite big box and a Rob big box, the robot, in the whole code. Whole code is the country code for the Netherlands, and Dutch collectors like those games. This is stack up, big box version. It's not as big as Gyromite. Actually, it's far smaller. Great condition. Too bad at the sticker, but I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna try to get that off, because I could damage the game and that would be horrible. And as you already imagined, this is hole coated. I asked a bunch of other collectors on the convention, and they could name no one with a complete Rob set in hole coat. So Rob, deluxe set, stack up, and big box Gyromite. So I now have that complete set and am maybe the only one in the world. Not that it's a big deal, but it's cool. So the inside there's the stack up manual, the stack up game, and the stuff that comes with it. 5 colored discs for stacking up, the pedestals to put the blocks on, and 2 hands for Rob. So this makes my Rob collection complete, and I'm super happy with that. This is the #1 item of today and of the last months before I got the Rob with the Gyromite. So I'm really happy with this. So that was it for this week. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.